I may have met this dude before.
It does not sound like it. It sounds inappropriate.
Let's hope I didn't make a strong
It's
impression.
a euphemism for pooping. Shake a duke.
Where were you? Oh, I saw back shanking a duke.
I was shaking a duke.
I guess that's what we're going to call from now on.
From now on, it's shanking a duke.
Shanking
Yeah.
a duke. Welcome to CCG.
If you're new here, I'm Julie. This is Lyle, and
We play games here.
And aim to brighten your day.
Today, we are playing Final Fantasy 16.
Yes, let's get into it.
Well, I guess today we have a bunch of side quests to do.
So many side quests, you guys. Holy smokes.
We're going to get through them all. We're going to leave the pluses for last because they're going to be sweet.
Cool, cool, cool.
And I'm going to start off in my least favorite areas. Wasn't really interested in Boklad much.
Tabor is the worst. We're going to start with the worst. Tabor's the worst.
Yeah.
Not because the town in
North
Final Fantasy
Reach.
is the worst.
Northreach and Martha Rest we'll leave for last. But we're going to start with Tabor.
We'll start with Tabor.
We'll do Boklad. Then we'll do, Delamil.
Oh, I was like, is he in the wall? No, we should go around. This isn't Ambrosia.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught
Oh, you!
assist you with this day?
Perhaps.
You creepy bugger.
My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
Okay, cool, cool.
Very familiar with. Used to vacation there in my summers.
Yeah.
All right.
Airship holiday.
I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short
been
walk.
yet through Titan's Wake, I don't think.
Thank you.
Oh, is that one of the ones that
I
was
will.
blocked off?
I
I
think so.
wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Thank you.
I would love to drive a Firebird. You know me well.
Oh, probably gonna have to fight
Those
those
bridges
guys.
do not have good railings.
No, that's terrifying. This is my worst nightmare. If I saw a bridge like that, nope. We have a bunch of pathways in the city that we live in that go over the river, and one of them looks like it's a very nicely built wooden bridge, and it's not too far. It's like, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 meters, and I nope out of it every time. Nope, too scary.
Oh, that's never good.
That's not good.
I guess the undying are dying.
Oh no.
You guys couldn't take on these guys? This is like sleep for me.
May still be survivors.
Level 36 though. That's a little higher.
And you
but-
were protecting my brother?
Yeah, I mean, there's some concern to be had.
Just one of me can do this, and however many of you here couldn't do this.
Get him. Over here. This one.
Oh Goodness, there was blood smeared on that door. Look at
Oh, because there's a body right there. It probably got smashed up against it.
it. Ooh, elite.
It's not the kind of smashing he wanted to do. I'll tell you that much.
Smashing anybody wants to do.
I knew there's gonna be a body right there. Oh. Boo.
Boo.
Ooh, he got smashed on the ground. Oh, hello.
Whatever that thing
What
is.
are you again? You guys are
They
fun.
say it's their leader. Nice try.
Oh, good on you for that dodge. Ooh.
He's fast.
Done faster.
Nice try.
It would have been really funny if he said that and gotten hit.
Let me make sure I do.
Like,
Oh,
if ever
not
was
this
a
one,
time,
not this one, not this one. I knew what happened. Was happening.
you know he was gonna spin and hit you.
This one. This one. Nice try.
Oh, new enemies, huh?
Big
Come on in. Oh, darn it.
That sucks.
Good job. Ooh, that was cool.
That was cool.
Nice try.
Oh, so many balls. Tiny balls. So many tiny balls.
So many tiny balls.
No, not this one. Get away. Get out of there.
Well done, Toggle. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. This one.
Good boy, you big boys. Oh, that was good. There.
These must be Cyril's colleagues.
Ugh.
We're Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Oh, good. Some more still left.
Hey!
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins, a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks.
And the same could be said about
May the
Quentin and
firebird's
everybody dying
flame
for him.
burn ever in
Totally.
your heart,
Yeah, I also thought that that was.
as it does in ours.
Everybody dies for their own beliefs. Except for
One thing
Clement.
to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Sure, we don't stand on dead bodies of friends.
Well, as long as he's just standing and not like dropping a deuce.
Well, he might be. Who knows?
Because that'd be embarrassing.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I
No, I'm not returned. I'm Clive.
collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
Oh, he's not happy.
Can give him a piece of his mind. Why, I
My
oughta.
thanks. I shall study them and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
So it's Joshua's
Even
fault.
when death is avoidable.
Damn it, Joshua.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful. to
You're not
argue.
wrong.
Yeah, you're not
The
wrong. But I see where
Undying have served
both
the
of them are coming
Phoenix for
from.
countless generations. And your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the
Agree to
Phoenix.
disagree.
Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please,
Well done.
for all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
It was a great manipulation tactic. It did not work. Sorry, Clive.
It did not fall at all. Buck lad. Okay, where is it? Oh, don't tell me it's this historian again. Oh, it's not.
Oh, good, it's him. Hey, where's your sister?
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
Good, good.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Quick favor? Absolutely. That's a lot of renown. I don't think it's going to be a quick favor.
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Oh, Elle is there. Oh, and somebody else is there.
Uh-oh.
There are problems afoot.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours.
Oh, no.
I know, but no buts about it, all right?
Did all the bearers die?
Is Something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through.
Oh no.
They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
Fair.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer.
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle, what's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
Who do we gotta kill? Point us in the direction.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's
Sounds
me, is
good.
it?
Oh, that's me, is it?
Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
We are on it. There we are. What's up?
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Here they are now.
Oh,
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not
Baloney.
hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted
Jerk.
the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over.
better be Uncle
That's
Byron.
what you get when you deal
Better
with
be Uncle
continental
Byron.
types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different
Not
to
Uncle
ours.
Byron.
They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
Yeah, girl.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Is that all I was here for? That couldn't have been done without Clive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack.
There we go. That's why I'm here.
Come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
No.
The only others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Go fight me. I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just make sure he's safe.
Well, thank you. Bye. He just dances around.
Oh,
Too slow.
just got that one. Was not prepared for him to be that close with his casting.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a dragon down here? Holy crap, this is a small area for a dragon. Don't worry, your savior has arrived.
You see this guy running through their village with this giant ass sword on their back? I'd be concerned.
Oh, they're overlooking something.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area is flooded with ether.
Theodore!
Takes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Was with you people and just running into Aether.
Everybody. Everybody just keeps running into things.
Stop it!
And then we have to go save them, and then it's all bad. Like, just...
And they might not be themselves anymore.
And then we're gonna have to kill him, even though he was really nice. And then we're gonna have to face his sister after we kill him. Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
We don't have an HR department to deal with this. Nope. No thank you. Don't have time for Kashik scorpions.
You guys can just live, I suppose.
I ran through every other word before I got to scorpions. I was like,
Spiders?
crabs?
Snakes? Centipedes?
Yeah.
Put your sword away, man.
We are not fighting them today. Oh, we're gonna fight them though.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Man.
We got a lot. And a dragon somewhere.
Damn it. The ether's too thick.
Okay, guys, let's all gather round. Gather round, gather round.
I have an announcement.
This concerns all of you. Please, no, gather. Everybody gather. No, this way. Come on.
Come on, Jorgel.
Come on. There we go. Okay, everybody here? Oh, I switched. There we go. There we go. Everybody, there's your announcement for the week.
There we go. Awesome.
Well, those who don't get in line in the tornado get killed right away.
Akashic leg eater.
Oh, gross. Oh, better than leg humper, I suppose.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
That's aimed at you, Torgal.
No, he's just the ball sniffer.
Oh, he was a puppet one time. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Solid. Uh-oh.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
think the dragon found you first. Oh boy.
Looks like it's found me.
Looks like it found me. Yeah. It did.
Sure did. Reminds me of Joe when he does that. When she got sent flying. Alright.
I was so
No, red button.
right up the butt.
Oh, he's got level 36 dragon. Oh, he's itty bitty dragon powers.
Yeah, considering we took out a level 50 dragon, this doesn't feel too.
Not very threatening. Apparently, word about me doesn't get around in dragon circles.
That's fair.
Are you gonna do a little dance? Zoomies! Oh, I went too soon. There. And now I've got 4 levels.
Nice. Is that game advancement, or did you unlock something for it?
That's one of the skills I did.
Oh, okay.
You can upgrade toys to get 2 more bars.
Nice. No more, I guess, then.
Oh!
Oh, ouchie.
No, that's worse.
This one.
How dare you?
Oh, Jorgle.
Oh. I'm learning. Oh, you were just gonna use your big move. Bro, you're not looking so good. You're bloodied. Oh, who's that big bad dragon? Who's that big boy?
Patronize the dragon.
Nice try. This one.
You have a tornado.
On your butt. No. Oh, he didn't run at me. He would fly at me. Ooh, out of there. Good night.
Ooh, nice finish.
Punch in the face.
Punch in the face. Just Phoenix armor right in the face.
That's it?
Sounds about right. Alright, Theodore, where are you?
In the belly.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Oh boy. It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
We have to get you out of here.
You damned fool.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave.
Well, I mean, technically, you led him
Have
here.
my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
I was gonna be so upset.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
You getting her too.
Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Theodore.
Take care of
Oh no.
my sister.
Theodore. Wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Across the throat, not across the stomach, though.
Theo! Theo!
Well, that sucks.
Yep. Your brother could have gone anywhere, but he went right into the aether field. Like,
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
see, this is where the
That
Vampire
was
should be.
True
Right here.
bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made.
It makes you feel any better.
Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition.
Everybody in Canva did.
I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
Jeez, Square.
Well, they really like ripping our hearts out.
Really do. Bring the feels again.
Oh, awful. So sad.
Knock it off.
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I mean,
I've made a choice
yes.
of my own.
You did turn it
Continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clyde.
Tell her that. I dare you.
Let's go on together then.
Maybe not.
She
For
can kick your
Theodore.
ass.
Yeah.
Quest complete.
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I don't know. I
I
got
just
called
wanted
here.
to see how the town's
Mission.
been faring since you brought everyone together.
We're just checking in.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats,
That's probably for the best.
firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them.
Nice.
Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
Cute.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces,
Rude.
there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar
Oh, no.
approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws,
Yeah.
and they grow more organized by the day.
So you want me to go kill
We'll
them all?
fight them all off just like last time. No matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
Fine.
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
It's a good thing or a bad thing?
I'll go and speak with him.
Boom. Let's go.
Let's
I'm gonna trip him as I
Victor.
go by.
You trip him?
Yeah.
Just check him.
Still in Dalamil, Victor.
Right into the water.
Right into the boards.
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces.
I'm one-man army.
There are
I
more
got you.
camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
Point me in directions.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Cool.
Could you have checked him into the water? Is there water down there?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, that would have been so funny.
Okay, you ready, Torgal? Get that tornado ready.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing?
Come on.
I'll be your comedian for this evening. Bet you'll like this joke. It's got a good punchline.
It has a good spin to it.
It really grabs onto you.
I love the tornado. It's my favorite thing. Just watching them
They're
spin.
still going. I'm just taking out these two.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
New enemies approached.
After what I've done?
Nice try.
Oh, who healed you?
Two of them.
You know what?
Missed the mage.
Oh, you were gonna go heal them.
Mm-hmm. That was so cool. What was that?
No, I think I just blew his butthole apart.
You did. You literally punched him.
Oh, kicked him in the groin to get him up in the air.
So you punched him in the groin to you fire blasted him in the groin, then you kicked him in the groin.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Nobody's ever gonna mess with you
that
again.
was straight up the groin.
Okay, so we've migrated from butts to
groin.
Good.
Yeah, we're. Wow. Cool.
That works.
Yep. That's fantastic.
I better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
Oh, everything's fine.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalamil.
Figures.
What is it?
What? What happened?
Figures it couldn't be simple.
An uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
What? This
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalamil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying.
Who cares?
If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him.
Who cares?
No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Jeez.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
Okay, let's make an impossible situation. If you tell us you have magic, we're gonna ship you off and you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And if you don't tell us and we find out, we're gonna accuse you of lying and then ship you off and die. So,
Yeah.
I mean...
Even though you've done so much for the town, you
So much.
are a heretic.
Single-handedly
Now
saved
everyone
everybody.
knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
At least he's
We're
taking it
sorry,
in stride.
Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
One lie.
Once
wanna
people
say
make
that
up
to
their
me
minds,
again?
it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
We should punch
Glad
everyone.
you agree. I'll
Sure,
handle
we'll do the
townsfolk.
town's work. The strange guy for that
Down
does
at
not even live in this
Dornbread,
town is the
listen
one
to
that's going to convince people
You head
of
to the
how they
tavern.
should act.
And literally cannot talk to
Conrad
anybody
and
because
Natalie
he's just
remember
really bad
who
at it.
And the fact that we are
he
alike
is.
because our name is Lord
They
Underhill.
know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted...
Yeah, let's
and
just stack one
impartial
lie on top of
mediator
another.
note.
That fares well.
That's great. Just lie some more, I guess. It's fine.
You're better off to put a
Lubor,
sword to his throat.
stay
and be
here with
like,
the children.
Listen here, you.
I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
I'm not
Why
even
are
talking
you
to the
taking
guys
the
that made the
bearer's
smart
side?
ass comments.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
He knew all along that he was playing us for...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I.
Yeah, literally saved your
Lord
town.
Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose?
Oh my goodness.
Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalamil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
I'm gonna get involved.
So make the entire town suffer for literally the smallest of things.
You know, I'm seeing some parallels.
Mm-hmm.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Very much
There was
topical.
nothing I could do.
Very much topical thing.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
You know what? I'll take Luber back at the hideaway. You guys don't want them? I'll take them.
Why the hell would Victor
Good luck
take the
making any
bearers?
weapons to defend yourselves from the bandits.
Yeah.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones, it is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
Yeah, they're not going to change their minds.
Not take it,
Nope.
Victor.
That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves?
Yeah, apparently.
I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me
Well, I
fooled as
mean,
well.
like, what an impossible situation.
Seriously.
Do what you will.
What do you expect him to do? He's basically
I'm sure
going to be
you're making the right
outcasted
choice,
anyways.
Libor.
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes.
Fair.
Ah, but where are my manners? Here, a reward for clearing out that bandit camp.
All this he's going through, and he's like, yeah, you can still get a reward.
Oh, by the way, here's the
I have
money.
packing to do.
You're fine. Thank you for doing
If
what I
there's
asked you
anything
to
I can
do
do.
and save this town.
Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, 'cause you're a
Ridiculous.
bearer. So bear it in mind.
That's terrible.
Good boy, Turtle.
Oh, hey, Isabelle, what are you doing?
Did you break up?
Oh, Clive. What am I to do?
Might have broke up.
My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's
How?
happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal.
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold. A
It's not gonna
foundation
work.
upon which to
I've
build
seen the
a
military
new
here.
Sambrek.
Mhm.
He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly.
Every.
Bet you did.
But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
Because you have
What
boots.
does Captain Philippe make of
probably.
this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrek. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf?
To the Duke on your behalf.
For your services to Northreach. You
Not
have the
that.
respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to his eminence.
We have a
if you ask
particular set of skills.
I know, but you said on her behalf.
No bonds
Her
of
behalf would
loyalty
be.
prevent you from speaking your
I
mind
no,
to
her
the
behalf
man.
would be shanking him in the kidney, after or
Or-
mid,
You try.
Yeah.
or mid. We're
You could hardly
We're not
fare
doing
any
that.
worse than
I'll
I
shank him
did.
in the kidney.
Not all doing that.
Not while doing that, no.
She gonna give us 1,500 gil too. Damn.
Then
I'll
we'll-
see what I can do.
Yeah, you will.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Cool. Let's go shank Duke.
Let's go shank a Duke.
I may have met this Duke before.
It does not sound like it. It
ceremony.
sounds inappropriate.
Let's hope I didn't make a strong
It's
impression.
a euphemism for pooping. Shank a Duke.
Where were you? Oh, I saw back shanking a Duke.
I was shanking a Duke.
I guess that's what we're gonna call from now on.
From now on, it's shanking a Duke.
Shanking
yeah.
a Duke.
Halt. Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass.
Well, he's not a civilian.
Yeah.
You should be alright. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics.
I bet you it's that guy
Wait
right
here.
there.
Yeah.
I'll go and ask.
Looks pompous.
Looks pompous.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Your death.
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared.
Yeah, that's why.
Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely.
And who are you?
The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
I'm done with politics, man.
Citizens revolt.
Do I have to be here for this conversation?
What do people really think of the Duke's plan? It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin
Really?
with
I'm
those
just
on
here
the other
to
side of
talk
the
to
wall.
people.
We're just here to solve. We're catching up with everybody we need to catch up with before the final boss. These are the final catch-ups.
Oh boy. Okay. You're closest, you're first. What say ye?
Right there.
Oh, this is the guy that got
What is
mad
it
at
you're
us.
after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
She said that. She said run him out.
Yeah. You know, Clyde is a better person than I am.
I heard the guy's got an icon to rid the meadows.
I solve all my problems by murder hoboing.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name
Even the Took
and
was
his
like, no.
chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Ooh, the people are really mad.
Good.
As they should be, but...
Get out your trench coats. Let's go streaking.
Let's go streaking.
Right in front of them.
That's gonna solve problems.
Why, your stallness is...
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Well, the
We're
people
done,
seem
we're done
united
talking.
enough.
Let's go.
What about the soldiers?
Oh, now people inside the wall. Yeah, I didn't even want to get involved in politics.
Well, now you're involved. All because Isabelle batted her pretty eyes at you.
Yeah.
Can you fix this for me?
And she's with somebody. It's not even fair.
Well, you know, I couldn't say no to
Excuse
Isabelle.
me, do you have a moment?
With somebody or
I wondered
not.
if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Oh, I don't like you.
He's a sheep. He's just meek. And was like, well, we shouldn't make waves. If I just get to live my piddly ass life, then I'm fine. With no regard to anybody else that could be losing their livelihood. As long as my livelihood's okay, it's fine. People, man. Oh, hey! What do you think?
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
A traitor standing in the
I'm a
background.
soldier, mate.
Ominous.
He
I
tells
was like,
me
is that a Grim
what to
Reaper?
do.
Is that a bad guy just blending in with the crowd?
Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children.
That's fair.
That's fair.
If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Okay, so we've got everybody on the outside hating him and everybody on the inside.
Where'd that creepy bugger go? Oh, there he is.
I left everything in
Hey,
the
man.
capital. What am I to do? Where am I to
So creepy.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
Sabine, you're embarrassing me. Good. Be embarrassed.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
I think you forgot that you weren't reaping the benefits
So
previously.
what Philippe makes of all
Bro,
this.
look at, oh,
Did you push Torgal off?
they pushed him off the steps.
Poor Torgal.
That was mean. There's gonna be an attack.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, there you are.
Captain,
Philippe.
do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for last
Stab
time.
him now.
No, he's
How
a
can
good
I
guy.
help you?
That's
I wanted
Isabelle's
to ask you
love.
about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
Take it out of the competition, are you?
To tell you the truth, I'm in two minds.
And then I'll blame it on the Duke.
It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how.
Are you going to shake a Duke?
Duty calls. So I better go. Thanks again.
I mean, I don't want to see it if you are.
You're welcome, Philippe. Go shank that Duke.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabelle will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
This is gonna go bad. This is gonna go poorly.
I feel like it is. Ooh.
Hey, we just ran on a wall.
Run up that wall.
I didn't know we could do that. Did you know we could do that?
Didn't know we could do that. Clive chose dexterity today.
Yeah. You rolled a nat 20 on that dexterity roll.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but
I imagine that he's just like, and then this happened, and this happened. Oh my goodness, this happened.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
sadly His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
Ah, Philippe gets his
I don't
way.
know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
Yeah.
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Wow. That was a lot less violent than I thought it was going to be.
There may be hope
Apparently
for
we're the
Northreach
problem.
yet.
Yeah, apparently.
Especially with men
Kill
like
'em!
you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
You got it.
Just make sure that before you talk to the Duke, you go shank a Duke.
Go shank a Duke. Yeah, you don't want to have to do that mid-shanking a Duke.
No. Shanking a Duke while you're shanking a Duke? Unpleasant.
It could go poorly for everyone.
And then we go back to the hideaway.
Mm-hmm. And then finish the game.
Potentially.
Potentially.
All right, did you fix the sign, Martha?
Ah, Clive. I was just about to send for
Oh,
you.
good timing.
I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food.
That's a good idea.
I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late.
Good.
Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Cool. All right.
I always have a second massacre in Eastpool.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask
Could
if
you
I didn't
imagine?
have to. There.
Deadpool.
That should be
It's
enough to
Deadpool,
keep me in
right, yeah.
Gazelle greetings for a
The
few
town is
years at
cursed.
least.
Gizal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love them too.
Whole
which
Martha.
is no small
This
thing.
is the fingering too much.
When I say all of us need
Well,
to
it
pull
fills a
together
hole.
to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
Just about.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Here we go again.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones.
These guys don't even look like they could tend
Unless
a
we teach
field.
them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, Sir Wade, all of them.
Time it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
I am the reinforcements.
Sir Wade, you've forgotten I'm a one-man army.
A veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lacked men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
I would really like to test the limits on
I
how many I
humbly
can pick
beg
up
your
at one
aid.
time.
We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men...
That's on trauma.
That's on trauma. Totally, I see where it comes from.
We trusted you. Say what you will. The home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for.
Yeah, Martha.
Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you?
Yes! I mean, no.
Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you
The
fight
frying
like free
pan.
men and women?
Look was a Disney princess today.
Martha, you're so hot. Be still my heart.
Really?
Yeah, girl.
That's right.
All right. Give me a sword.
You want Frank Man?
Never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
Yeah, girl.
We all will.
Free men and women fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Every single one of them should fight this fight. That's gonna be horrible.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh.
Oh, you two gonna?
No.
Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that might be. Could be a good connection.
Could be a really good
Okay, I'll step off Martha now. This is for you,
Well,
Wade.
if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first.
Okay.
By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing.
Okay.
With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
Come on, guys. You gotta catch on with the name.
For Rosaria.
You know it's fitting.
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this
Everybody
village
line
fall.
up, and thank you. Enjoy my ride.
My dad's busy. We're gonna have to go. No time to fight.
Unless you can do the battle, buddy.
You and me, Torgal? I could get you an unplugged remote and we can pretend.
You're finished. Over here.
You're such a butt. Hey, buddy. Lucky boy, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Over here. Get him.
Nice try.
Over here. Stay down.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, we got it.
So
Oh,
there's
we
the
might
last
be
of
more.
them.
Maybe.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic
Oh,
curl's
no.
been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So Wade, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl.
Great.
Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord.
Yeah.
May the Founder protect you.
I got Torgal. Let's go. And plot armor. So.
Yeah. If I die, I promise I'll be back.
I'll fight Big Kitty.
Yeah, Big K with super long whiskers.
Super long whisker. That long tail like you.
There it is. With me, Torgal. Over here.
Already under half, bro.
All right.
Back to Eastpool.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Oh, he's a big yawn.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
That.
I think it might.
Dude.
That's not what you want to say ever.
Dude.
Who died?
We did it. We saved Eastpool.
Oh, hey.
Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it.
And
we have
women.
to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall.
Probably they still need
We
to learn
all shall.
inclusivity.
Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
Huzzah!
Yay!
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
I bet you guys will be visiting each other quite a bit.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right, I will.
Martha, they might be interested, not now. Gosh.
Lord Rossfield,
subtle.
do you remember our very first mission
fingering.
together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes.
How could I forget?
Aww.
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord.
Also, Mary Martha, you guys
will
have
be
two
safe
babies.
in yours.
Yeah.
If you swing that way.
Get on that.
I'll do my best.
Also, I'm invested in Bahamut and Sebastian. Where to go?
I think we'll see more of him yet. Maybe he'll show up in like the fight against Odin or something.
The final battle and take Vecna's hand.
Maybe.
The hero returns.
Yeah.
It's lucky you came by when you did, eh?
Sure. You're gonna go jump
Not
on
only
Wade?
did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
You know he just wants to tease her about it, but he's too kind and sweet.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
Who'd have thought we'd see the day when the entire town got murdered?
But I never stopped to think what it would mean.
By my mother.
Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me.
Interesting.
Is that why the fingering is not allowed?
He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them.
Flashback just outside.
Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about.
Clothes on or off?
And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work.
Sounds like Sid.
Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed.
Yep.
And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, to make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know, I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke. Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
Watch
that sounds
me.
like a wonderful idea.
Watch, I work better when I'm hangry.
Yeah, he's probably a bit more reckless when he's hangry. He's so sweet and like gentle and passive, and like, how is he running this outlaw thing? He's so kind and loving